Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Sir, it's been a while. So we got JD's lovely face on screen. He was sharing all those lovely leaderboard statistics with us, but now he's driving the house account. John London, thank you so much for joining us on FOMC Wednesday. What are your
Yeah, man.
expectations today?
So
Order
it's pretty
filled.
probable that Jerome Powell and the Fed are going to pause interest rates. I think it's like 99 to 1 the last time I looked at it. So very, very unlikely we do anything else. If he does, for some reason, announce a cut, which again is pretty improbable, the market might freak out. I think that will induce panic if we cut right now.
Hmm.
But with that said, since it's so probable that we're going to do one specific thing, in this case, a pause, all eyes are going to basically go to what Jerome Powell says during the press conference. I'm assuming we're going to get choppy sideways, like neutral activity, the closer we get to the Fed decision and the Fed meeting. So maybe we can attack some ranges leading into it. 850 seems to be a pretty big resistance level. We have or on the Nasdaq, that is 19,850 seems to be a big level. I have another level at like 835s. And then we have like a lower bottom around 800. And so those are the three I'm looking at right now. If we get a little bounce, I might short. But yeah, just looking to attack some ranges leading into FOMC.
Yep, we've had some successful range trades so far. I think Jack has been the one primarily chopping up the ranges in the ES.
Order
He's
filled.
hitting up a pretty, I think it was like about a grand, unless something has changed, but I do believe up about a G. JD, FOMC day. You've been around the block. What does this day mean to you as a trader?
Well, John London, I think, nailed it. We've been talking about it all day too. We started in the opening call talking about choppy sideways price action going into the number. We've been pretty much seeing that. I'm looking at the ES now, the micro ES. We got the house count up close to $1,500. I'm not gonna blow that out leading up to the announcement, but yeah, I was looking to get in, start scaling in at around 56.43, which we have as yesterday's volume point of control to keep playing this range a little bit, looking for another move back to settlement. We're getting that move back to settlement now. Maybe I'm going to start thinking about scaling into a long position. But yeah, just
Okay.
I'm still expecting more choppiness leading up to the announcement in the press conference later this afternoon. So
Yep.
that's it.
It's gonna
Yeah,
get
sounds about right.
probably a little bit tighter and tighter and tighter as we get into closer and closer to FOMC. We
Yeah,
do have some very tight ranges in the Nasdaq as well as ES. So range traders delight today. Are there any
yeah.
trades or levels that you like, JD, for potential trades?
Yeah, I'm looking at settlement price to yesterday's value area low, somewhere between 56 and a quarter. Call it 56 26 and 56 24. I'll get into a couple micros down there. We know what our risk
Cool.
is. Risk will be pretty tight, less than 6 points in the ES. Unless it's looking real heavy and we're going to take a shot for new lows, could be a case of where our stop might be a better entry. But
Mm,
we'll play it as we see it. I'll take a look at volume when we get down there. We're just a couple points away right now. So yeah, I'm gearing up to continue playing this range and maybe throw on a long trade in a few minutes.
sounds good.
Yeah.
We do have crude. New lows here, 58.27. It's been slowly melting lower like an ice cube in the sun.
It's a
We'll
tough
see
time
how
for
low
crude.
it can go. Yeah, let's talk about it. What's going on with crude from your
I think it's just
perspective?
output related problems, maybe a little dilution, lowering the price. I'm not the biggest crude expert, but yeah, I think it's just output related stuff. I know they had some type of output announcement that tanked it the other day.
Mhm.
Gold, on the other hand, has been doing really well with all the kind of tariff news and uncertainty going on. Although there's optimism, though. Like I heard some news this morning that said that they're supposed to meet in Switzerland this weekend to, I think it's going to be Secretary Besant and another Chinese representative are supposed to meet in
Mm.
Geneva this weekend to talk about de-escalating this tariff stuff going on. And so I think they're going to get a deal done eventually. I don't know if it's going to be this weekend, but I know the U.S. is like the largest buyer of Chinese goods, manufactured goods in the world. So I know China, regardless of what they say, they don't want to lose our business, and we obviously can't really stand to lose their manufactured goods without having inflation spike. So, um,
Yeah, you can't just prop up a factory overnight.
right,
Mm-hmm.
it'll take time. Yeah. So we're getting a bounce
Well,
back. I'm looking at maybe shorting at like 835s, 840s. Looking to maybe ride the range down to 19.8s. I was thinking about buying at 800, but we just didn't quite hit it. We got down to 810s. So if we can get up to 835s, I'll short. But
Okay. Man with the plan.
see
I
if
like it. You're in Texas, right?
yeah, I'm in
You're in
the Woodlands, Houston, Texas, basically.
Houston.
Houston. Okay.
I was
Oh, nice.
just going to bring that up. You know, being at such a giant crude oil hub, you know, huge shipping goes on out of Houston.
Sure. So just to clarify, we
In your
just jumped
social,
in a very quick trade at
oh yeah,
835s. 835s. We're gonna
Cool.
look for 800s here. We got a small cushion of the day. I think we're up like $50 in this account, another 50 in another account. So very small day, kind of taking less risk today because of FOMC and maybe potentially choppiness. But we're gonna look for 800s. If we get it, a risk level is gonna be over 850s. But so far we're green. We'll see if we can break down some more. But sorry, JD,
Nice.
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to bring up 3 degrees of separation. So in your social circles, how deep would you have to go to get the inside track, some, you know, C-suite executive knowledge on the import-export levels coming in and out of Houston?
Hmm.
What would that
I know
what
I
would
know
that
a
look
lot of
like
people
for you?
that I know a lot of people that work at oil companies. That's the big thing. Like the big, like high producing job here in Texas is oil related. I know some people that work at Shell.
Yep.
I know some people that work at Chevron. You know, there's just a lot of that here. I've never personally worked at an oil company, but I'm sure it wouldn't be that difficult. Not that I'm gonna do it, but I'm sure you could probably find some information pretty easily here. Just because it's Texas, you know, just because it's Texas. So
I think we should
A lot
put
of
John on the
wells.
payroll and have him start doing some snooping, guys.
that inside
Hey,
scoop, huh? You know,
that's right.
yeah,
That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, I tried looking
yeah.
up the break-even price for oil coming out of Houston. Is it the Permian Basin? Is that the one that
I think
they're
so.
doing
Yeah, that's in
I'm,
West
in Houston,
Texas.
West
yeah,
Texas? Yeah.
yep,
It's like the shale
yes,
play is about $65 a barrel is the break-even.
yeah, and it's interesting
Hmm.
because like here in Texas, oil, everything's based around oil. If oil's cheap,
Hmm.
you know, people love it. Or I think it's actually backwards. If oil's expensive, they tend to do well. The oil companies tend to do well, but I think it's all within ranges. It's like the show we talked about it before. What is it, Landman? It can't
Hmm.
be over a
Landman, yeah.
specific number or under a specific number. If it's too high, it's bad. If it's too low, it's bad. I can't remember the exact numbers, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
balance
There's
is
a
good.
sweet spot, yeah.
Order
Yeah.
filled.
When you take into account refinery fees, shipping fees,
Hmm.
yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that number before, Dolby. $56 is where they need to be at. That's a
So
break-even price on a barrel.
I cut half of my position. We're trading micros. I'm up about 100 on this trade, maybe a little less.
Nice.
So I just took half off. We're gonna look for 800s down here and just kind of attack the range, and we'll maybe hold the rest break even. We're up about 70 ticks right now, so I think we
Nice.
got some time
Oh, Jesus, that was
to let it
fast.
work. Yeah,
Very.
it broke down. The level held really well, that 835
Uh-huh.
level. I'm not sure where I drew that level or why you know, I'll draw big levels on my chart if they confirm enough, you know. And so this is some type
Hmm.
of confirmed level, and it just rejected right off of it. So very quick rejection.
Yeah, nice trade. Nice
Yeah,
trade. You're on a
thank
bit
you,
of a
sir.
winning streak, huh? On one of your accounts?
In one of them, yeah, it's been a tougher week this past week. You know, the week before last was really good, and then this past week is kind of, I think I'm down a couple hundred, which happens. You know, could be just all the craziness going on. There's been a lot of catalysts that happen after the opening bell. Just so many different people speaking, influencing the market. The president speaking. You know,
Hmm.
just all kind of stuff. So been a little bit different of a week. Last week we had almost every major economic report come out. We had like GDP, PCE, jobless claims, non-farm payrolls, unemployment all last week. So just really volatile, to be honest.
It has been, yeah. Chat, if you have any questions, John London, put them in there. Google down 9%.
Oh yeah,
According
there
to,
was some news. I'm sorry to
yes.
interrupt you.
No. According to Chat TFT here, Google is down 9%. I believe it's on AI news. I
Right.
think
So
Apple is
it
trying to
is.
incorporate AI into Safari, and don't even get me started on AI. It is a pain in my ass.
Jack,
Yeah.
is Jack still buying Google right now? Jack is
I
still
bet he
adding.
is
All right.
still adding.
That is the
I like
indicator
Google.
that I need
They're
to start
quantum
scaling
chips,
into a
man.
long position.
You bet
Yeah.
your ass, he says. Hey, if you liked it at
Jack is my
6% down, you'll love it at 9% down.
Yeah.
Jack is our leading indicator, or my leading indicator right now. I'm gonna put a bid in. I'm gonna start bidding a couple micros down by settlement price.
You fading them?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get out here. So I
I'm
just
going with
jumped out.
Jack.
Oh, you are. Okay.
So I jumped out almost exactly at the bottom just now. Let me see how much I
Nice.
made on this trade. I made about $100 on this trade, so I'm up about
Well done.
150 on this account on the day. Looks like I got out just in time too, because that thing just bounced really heavy
Yeah.
on
I
the
mean,
way
it's
up.
definitely see profit, take profit day. I don't think there's any expectation to see big trends start forming out of nowhere. I mean, if you
Right.
can get a couple
And
tickies, just put it in the pocket.
right, and if I can get a
Couple
range around my
tickies.
take profit level, yeah. If I can get just a range like this around it, I'm good, you know.
hmm
Sometimes if I wait for the exact level, I just end up regretting it in the long run. So
Regretting it in the long run. I
yeah.
don't know if Eddie's back there. We do have a
Yo,
little trust pilot. We can drop the trust
Certainly.
pilot. Please give us 5 stars. Eddie, come on down.
Oh man.
certainly, my friends. Let me get to it here. Give me a couple seconds. Just watching the wire here, swearing in the new Chinese ambassador. Trump was.
Okay. Shout out to
While we're waiting,
Reefer.
shout out
minute.
to.
Yeah,
I
go
was
ahead,
just gonna
JD.
shout out Reefer in the chat. First payout ever. Now part of the 5K club. Well done, Reefer.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
Love seeing the
solid
payouts.
for sure.
All that hard work finally paying off. Nice job. Are you gonna buy some
Yeah.
Reefer with your Reefer? Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably
I know
yes.
somebody.
I know a guy.
I got this guy.
Mm.
Trust pilot, my friends. Yes. Hey, if you like what we're doing here at Top Step TV, as friends, we want you to let us know. So we're going to be putting a link here. We're not going to pin it to the top, but we will put a link here in the chat. If you got a minute, we would appreciate your feedback so we can keep serving up the best in tradertainment. Trustpilot. That link in there, and we'll go from there. That's what I've got, and thanks, Dolby. Back to you.
That's right. Thank you. 5 stars.
Mm.
Please give your Uber driver 5 stars, DoorDash 5 stars, TopStep TV 5 stars. Please do it.
Always.
Always. That is right.
Yep.
Also, feel free to tip. Give us, we don't have to. That'd be fun though. You
A
have
tip
paid
jar?
chats or whatever. Yeah, you can do paid chats. You get to monetize your YouTube channel though.
Yeah. I used to do a thing on mine where I would do 50 cents a push up. And so if people really wanted to like make me suffer, they could donate $1 and I'd have to do 2 push-ups. One day I got like $600, and so I had to do a lot of push-ups that day.
300.
Sit,
Yeah,
That's a lot of push-ups.
yeah.
you must
Yeah,
have
it
a
was
sore boy,
yeah.
man. That's a lot.
Oh yeah, I
that's a
stayed
lot.
on. I had to stick around until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just doing push-ups every 10 minutes or so.
What,
It was
he's doing like
profitable,
sets of
but
10. It
no,
was profitable.
I do. Yeah, it was profitable for sure, but yeah, no more push-ups. I also hate mustard. I did one with mustard spoons too. Just yeah, it was fun back in the day,
Man,
monetizing.
you're like an NPC, man.
Right. Yeah, I guess that was kind of, capitalism thriving, but yeah.
That's right. That's right, bro. I would have given you like $500, man. Like you doing push-ups till your arms fall off.
Right. I got healthy, helps me out.
Great pecs.
But yeah,
I mean, hey,
For sure.
nothing wrong with some great pecs.
that's right.
Well,
Yeah, market rangey.
Yep.
Let's see if we can do something.
this
It's getting
is what
smaller,
FOMC
too.
is like. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Lunchtime. That's
Yeah,
gonna be interesting.
Everything's drying up
Yep.
here. Volatility's drying up.
It's
Volume's drying up.
very tight ranges. It's a decent range though. Almost like 60 points in Nasdaq. That's not too
Sure,
bad.
yeah.
Still takes a
Yeah, and it's
long time for it to accomplish anything, but it's decent.
Yeah, and if you sit around and you like wait for big catalysts that everybody's paying attention to in finance, you can catch really easy ranges. Like those are the best days to target ranges versus volatility. Like you'll get every couple ones, you'll get some really volatile days ahead of earnings or ahead of FOMC, but you can find predictable ranges. It's not a bad strategy if you can. Hard part is having the patience to wait for those days if that's your strategy, So
Just hitting the ranges. Yeah, It's a great data
Yeah.
range trade, though.
Sure.
See profit, take profit.
Yep.
I don't think we have anything else. As far as news goes, it's a fun fast markets, though. It was a good time.
Next
Some
week
good
that was
CPI.
trades.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
CPI? Yep.
Next week.
that?
Next week CPI.
Next
Yeah,
week,
inflation.
CPI.
Yeah.
That should be a big one. And then obviously today, the most
Order
important day of
filled.
life, chat, is FOMC day, second only to NVIDIA earnings.
Right. Nvidia earnings at the end of this month too. You know, those are always crazy. It's been a little
Yep.
interesting earnings season. You know, kind of back and forth. A lot of EPS beats, a lot of revenue misses in earnings. So
Yeah, you've been tracking you track that sort of stuff?